has got some weird friends.
I have got the fastest growing bit I have ever had in my entire life. I mean, look at this thing.
I think your sweetheart's been taking too many diet pills.
Here's a chicken sandwich if you want it.
She should have listened to her sister.
Don't go all the way.
Because when she and her band get ready to party,
Anything you want to. Good time. Oh, the Slumber Party Weekend.
it's more than just a great time.
I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
It's Slumber Party Massacre II.
Now it's time for the fun part.
He's in his house somewhere.
It's 9 o'clock and we're ready to rock. My motorcycle's out of hot. Jump on back, get the hold on tight.
Bastard. You killed Valerie.
Don't let go. Don't let go. Hold on tight. Well, you say why? I say because let's burn.
Slumber Party Massacre II. If you go, don't go all the way.
God, anybody got any tranks?
Hey everyone, what's up? It's P. Rich from the Hatch Boys. Today I'm going to be reviewing and discussing Slumber Party Massacre 2. So, the Slumber Party Massacre 2 is a 1987 American black comedy horror slasher film. And it's written and directed by Deborah Brock and produced by Roger Corman. It is the second installment in the original Slumber Party Massacre trilogy, and it stars Crystal Bernard. The film follows Courtney, a character introduced in the previous film, Valerie's younger sister. As Courtney and her friends are attacked by a supernatural killer with a power guitar drill. Yeah, it's fucking out there, man. This movie. But anyway, so getting into the plot summary of this film. So, Courtney Bates, who survived the events of the first film, and her sister Valerie. Valerie in this film, we're led to believe that she's in a mental asylum after what had taken place in the first film with Russ Thorne. And so now Courtney is a senior in high school. She invites her crush, Matt, to stay at a condo with her on her birthday weekend with her and her friends. And her and her friends, they're in a band together and they play in the garage. They like rehearsal in the garage. They don't sound too bad. They're okay.
Courtney Bates has got some weird friend. Band, get ready to party.
Anything you want to. Good time. Oh, the Slumber Party Weekend.
It's more than just a great time.
I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
It's Slumber Party Massacre.
But anyways, so her friends, we get Amy, Sheila, and Sally. So before arriving to the condo, two of the girls' boyfriends, Jeff and TJ, show up at the house that night as well. But before they get to the condo, Valerie keeps having these hallucinations and these vivid dreams of this killer that kills her or her friends. She just has these vivid nightmares, and she feels like they're real and there's a real killer still out there. And while they're at the house, Courtney has a dream of the killer from the first film, who is now reincarnated as a greaser. He looks like fucking John Travolta or Andrew Dice Clay. He does, man. It's fucking hilarious, I think.
I guess the best way to describe him is to say he's the typical boy next door. Say hello to Andrew Dice Clay. Okay, here we go now. Hey, Andrew. Hey.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Trim that pussy, it's so damn hairy. Yeah, good old Mother Goose, remember her? I fucked her.
Anyways, and he's armed with like a drill bit guitar, and she awakens on the kitchen floor. But at that night, in that previous night, when they get to her friend's parents' condo and they break into the liquor, the wine or whatever, they're all drinking, and they have like this like fucking, oh man, this is hilarious. Like, this is like, how do I say it? Like every man's fantasy, I guess, like if women were to have a slumber party, this is what it would be like. Like girls having pillow fights and feathers flying everywhere where they're like nude. And that's what we get in this scene. It's too fucking hilarious. Oh man, I laughed my ass off during this scene. And this is my first time watching this movie too. Oh man, I got a kick out of it. It's
Slumber Party Weekend!
It's more than just a great time.
I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
great. The two girls, Sheila and Sally's boyfriends, Jeff and TJ, show up just like in the first film with those two other guys that were like sneaking up on the girls and watching them. It's basically like the same thing we get, but just like in the first Slumber Party Massacre, the girls are just changing, right? This is even fucking like way over the top, man, with it like fucking feathers flying, they're all naked dancing and fucking drinking. I was like, hell yeah, this is fucking awesome. So them two are watching. The girls do all this. And anyways, after that, they scare the girls anyways. And so the next day, her visions grow like worse for Valerie or for Courtney. Yeah, they get more violent, but she is confronted when Matt arrives, her crush Matt, and then Sally disappears from the group. But yeah, lead it up before Matt gets there. They're at the swimming pool the next morning, and everybody's like hungover from the night before. And yeah, she has these visions like, oh, she's like eating a burger, and then but it's like a hand in the buns, and like she's like, freaks out and can't eat the burger, and everybody thinks that she's like fucking crazy, because she keeps having like these dreams and visions. Anyways, so after Sally disappears, but when before she disappears, what we see is Courtney up in the bathroom, and Sally is like keeps being like worried about having zits on her face. It doesn't even look like she has any, but anyways. This scene is fucking hilarious, man. I laugh so fucking hard at this scene when um I keep calling her Valerie, but Courtney is looking at Sally's face, and her pimple is like starts getting worse and worse and worse, and then it all starts spraying out of her face. It's like, oh man, that's fucking hilarious. It's funny and gross kind of at the same time, and like the way her face looked too was fucking pretty funny shit.
I have got the fastest growing zit I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, is this the grossest thing you've ever seen? I need to go get some more oxygen. I mean, it hurts like hell. Sally!
So anyways, Sally ends up disappears, and they call the police, and Courtney thinks Sally, like the killer got her, and Sally is at the garbage disposal, and they call the cops, and the cops come over, and they're just like, oh, there's no sign of your friend, and they think it's all a practical joke because Sally ends up coming back, and yeah, the cops like thanks basically for wasting her fucking time. And then after Sally shows up, the police, yeah, they leave the house, and then Courtney and Matt are left alone, and Matt surprises Courtney with a birthday cake, and the two begin to have sex. But then it's interrupted when the killer suddenly appears and impales Matt through the chest before chasing Courtney, like with the drill, the guitar drill. It's like, okay, yeah, alright, it's okay. It's a funny scene though. Yeah, and then he just starts chasing her, and she like runs downstairs. And then, the rest of the group are confronted downstairs with this killer, and as the others escape, a killer impales Sally with the drill, and Sheila and TJ flee, but they're like wounded, and then. Then Courtney, Amy, and Jeff leave in Jeff's car, and then Jeff is impaled by the killer in the back seat. He kind of just comes out from the back seat and fucking sticks the drill in him while he's driving the car. That scene was okay too. And then Courtney and Amy like flee back from the car, and yeah, it's Dave. Oh, what is it? TJ. Then is it shit? I get kind of mixed up with the characters sometimes, like I did with the first one as well. Sheila and TJ run to a nearby house for help, but the killer catches up with them, and TJ is killed. And they're knocking on the door, and then the fucking guy opens up the door and he's like, "Goddamn fucking teenagers," and that TJ guy's like dying right beside the house, like on the garage. It's fucking funny. And then Sheila manages to return to the condo before the killer murders her as well. Yeah, Courtney and Amy are like, they barricade themselves up in one of the bedrooms, and this whole fucking like greaser like dance scene is like way too fucking much, man. I was like, oh my god. And the fucking song he sings, and he's coming up to kill Amy, and then they won't let her in. They try to like take all the like they try to take the dresser, like where they barricade themselves in. They try to unbarricade them to get Amy in the room, but then they stop because they hear him coming, and they're just like, oh fuck her, just let him.
Now it's time for the fun part.
He's in his house somewhere.
It's 9 o'clock and ready to rock. My motorcycle's out of hot. Jump on back, get the hold on tight.
Bastard! You killed Valerie!
Don't let go. Don't let go. Hold on tight. Well, you say why? I say because let's burn.
Slumber Party Massacre II. If you go, don't go all the way.
God, anybody got any tranks?
There too, and he kills Amy. She falls to her death, and then Courtney uses like a torch and like sets the killer on fire, finally killing him. And this visually looks fucking great as well. Like he's up high at this construction site when she sets it on fire. Like it looked good. Like that visual effect and the practical effects for that scene where he's on fire looks good. And when he falls off the building on flames, I love that. I thought it looked fucking awesome. So then sometime later, Courtney wakes up next to Matt, but he morphs into the killer. And then she then wakens inside a psychiatric ward and screams like frantically as the drill bursts through the floor and the credits roll. That looked fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I like the story to this. I do. Yeah, it's good, I think. The story structure as well. It's good. I like. Okay, so you could either think this drill killer is real, but I don't think he is. I think what it is, Courtney manifested this killer. And yeah, then he just appears and kills everybody. And everybody thinks Courtney's fucking nuts, and then she ends up going to a psychiatric ward. That's what I'm like led to believe. Like what I think happened in this film. Yeah, I think he's just like a manifestation of Courtney, and I like that. I think that's cool. So getting into the cast, Crystal Bernard as Courtney Bates. I think she's good. I do. The character itself, her acting. I mean, it's good and it's bad at the same time. Because there's like a couple scenes where when she's crying, like a lot of it is like believable and pretty good, I think. I think she did a good job. And then there's other scenes where it's just like, oh, come on, like this is too much. Like you're just way over trying to perform this and it's not working for you. But Courtney Bates, like herself as like just the character itself, is pretty good. Like I like it. She's like shy girl, kind of wants to have fun, but like her mother's way overprotective of her, and she's just kind of like I guess she doesn't speak up a lot. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I liked her character. The Kimberly MacArthur is Amy. Yeah, she was okay. Juliet Cummins as Sheila Barrington. And that's whose house they're at, the condos. And that's whose condo they're at. Sheila's parents' place. It's funny that her brother is like this fucking perv that he's got like a blow up doll and shit. It's just fucking weird. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of her character. Like her performance wasn't bad. Yeah, but her character kind of sucks, I think. Patrick Lowe is Matt. Matt was okay, yeah. He seems like a good guy. Like he's a good boyfriend. He treats like Courtney with respect and stuff. Like yeah, he seems alright. Heidi Kozak is Sally Birds. Sally was the most annoying one, I think. I think she was the most annoying one. Her actor, Heidi Kozak, wasn't too bad, but not the greatest. But her character herself, she's kind of lame and annoyed. TJ, Joel Hoffman, he was okay. Like he's kind of fucking annoying too, I find. Yeah, and then Atlas, I think his name is Atlas Lich, who played the driller killer. Yeah, like
Look at this thing.
his character is like a greaser. It's funny. He fits the role like really well. But just that singing and dancing in that one scene I mentioned was like just way over the fucking top. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous. But like, yeah, he did a good job and everything. So my worst character would probably have to be it would probably be Sally or Sheila. And then my favorite character, I would give it to Courtney, yeah. I would give Courtney the best character for this film. And then the drill killer, like even some scenes are just fucking ridiculous. This film has better character development. I find they take their time with building up the characters in this film. Like the character development is decent. Where the first one, they don't really do that. They do a little bit, but not much, I find. Like the first one was way better paced, I find. This one, it's like they do take their time, which I do like that. But I find like even with some of her like dreams or visions are just kind of bored, I find. So it doesn't get good, this movie, till like almost 50 minutes into this movie, until you start seeing the killer kill everybody, like 50 minutes into it. So it really takes its fucking time. And it's not even like it takes its time to build it up to like something like fucking awesome. Like there's like hardly no suspense in this whatsoever. It's just a bunch of funny dumb scenes, I think. Like it's more of a comedy than a horror film. But the character development is good, and they all do work pretty good together as a cast too. Like, and for the characters, yeah, I mean, they all work good as the characters. I mean, yeah, it's believable, most of it. So getting into the technical elements of this film, like I said, story structure, it kind of drags. Story concept, I like the concept of this. Like, it was just like a manifestation that she got this fucking killer, this driller killer in come. She manifested him. It's a cool idea. I like that. Where everybody thinks she's just fucking crazy. And yeah, I like that. Edited, not the best. Yeah, I find some scenes just drag some ass in this. Yeah. The camera work, it's pretty decent. There are some good shots you see in this movie for sure. Like how I mentioned, where they're on the rooftops and they're jumping at the construction site. Yeah, I like that. And the settings are pretty much the same as well. Like for the camera work, that one shot we see of the drill killer on fire, that looks fucking awesome. Yeah, and yeah, you get some pretty good shots throughout this film. The color, oh, it's a step up from the first film. I give it that. Yeah, some of the colors they use in this movie, like when you see the driller killer coming to get the girls where they're barricade themselves upstairs, like, and he's doing his stated routine or dance or routine, like, and you get the red colors in there. It looked great. I like that. The lighting, yeah, it's pretty good. It's decent. The music, I don't like the music whatsoever. Like when you get the scenes with them doing their band thing, I mean, they don't sound horrible. It's just I didn't like any of the music whatsoever in this movie. The sound, yeah, I mean, the sound it wasn't too bad. It's pretty good. I mean, some of the sound effects are outdated. Yeah, I mean, they weren't horrible either. Some of the sound like you get in this movie, like, yeah, like you could hear it good. It wasn't way too loud or way too low. It was good. Yeah, the practical effects. I like the practical effects. They're decent. Would I say they're better than the first one? Yeah, I would give this one. It has better practical effects. Makeup effects, yeah, same. The makeup effects is good. Yeah, so basically my favorite part of this movie would have to be the scene where what's her face is was it Sally's face becomes that like giant fucking pimple and if it explodes. That scene I liked. I liked the scene where they're having like the fucking pillow fight feathers. Fucking that whole naked scene was great. I loved it. Um, what else? The ending of the film was decent. Like some of the kills in it were alright. Like when you first see like well you kind of see the driller killer throughout the film in her dreams or visions, but like when he actually comes in the movie like 50 minutes into this and he drills that Mac guy, that scene was okay. I like that scene. Then the scene where he's chasing after the girls was decent, and then the car scene where he comes out of the back seat, that was okay. And then at the construction sites, probably like the third act of the film, yeah, it was good. Uh, so the overall success of this film, the budget was $500,000 and it only made $1.3 million. Like, not that good. I mean, the first part was three something. Even that was like alright. But yeah, 1.3 million off a $500,000 budget. That's not that great, no. Um, yeah, it got a lot of negative reception. The film has attracted a small cult following among fans of the slasher genre. Um, yeah, would I recommend this film? I'm good without it, to be honest. I mean, you can have a fun time with it. It's like really cheesy and oh man, you can have fun with it. A lot of schlock in this movie for sure. And if you wanted to just watch a real like fun horror slasher film, okay, yeah, then watch it. But me, would I watch this again after my first watch? No, I don't think I would. To be honest, the first one has way more like rewatchable value to it. This one, no, not for me. I'm good with one watch. What would I rate this movie as? Like the story concept is good. Like the storyline is good. I do like that. It has that going for it. Not the best, like acted, like it was not horrible, but it's not the best. The makeup or practical effects is the only other thing that has it going for it. Yeah, so with that, I'd probably rate this movie at I would say a 5, maybe a 5 out of 10. Uh, yeah. So that's my review for Slumber Party Massacre II. Alright, Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share. It helps with the algorithms, and I would appreciate that too as well. All right, see you next time. Peace.
I'll tell you, today they don't suck dick the way they used to. They dabble in it. They lay there, they flick it, they smack it. Oh, look at the way it jumps. It can sing and dance too. Now suck my cock, honey.
Strong constitution,